Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us again this week. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. Hope you had a wonderful resurrection weekend. And so glad you guys decided to spend your Monday evening with us. We've got a nice topic to talk about this evening. We've got wonderful guests that we've invited to tell you what they're doing. Cherie is getting us live streamed in all the places. And we will begin momentarily. Thank you, Nicole from Charlotte.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, hello, Ms. Cherie.
Good evening to all. Welcome to our session. Let's see, do we have our other guests in here? I know I saw
We've got Natasha.
Najah's here, so I'm going to bring you up. And let's see. Yeah, I don't see Myra yet, so I'm sure she'll be on any second. Okay, we're going to jump right in because, if it's 6 o'clock on Monday, it's 10K Project evening. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 10K Project. We are the largest community of investors who actively fund Black-owned businesses. I'm Cherie, this is Tawana. What we do for usually the first 15 minutes is we talk to you about what the 10K Project is. For any of you who are new, we also have some very special announcements as well. So you all want to have your listening ears on for that. And then tonight's topic is going to be about our member highlights, which is Tawana's favorite time of the month. To come in and hear what our members are doing. Usually with the member highlights, what I do is I ask the community what you all are working on, and I try to pick people who are working on similar things. And all three of our guests tonight are in the blockchain crypto space in one way or another. So I thought that that was very interesting to bring all of the ladies, so all of my ladies here, to bring all of the ladies together, but also the guys can get involved too. The other thing is the blockchain and crypto space is hungry for Black people, especially Black women. So I will say I'm working right now on a special presentation for members only about how to prepare for the recession. And one of the things it talked about was skill up, update your CV, get some more certification skills, maybe job hop now if you have to, things like that. So there are 15 things that are actually suggested. But if you are like, I don't know, the recession comes, I don't know about this job, then my suggestion would also be for you to listen up to what the ladies are doing as well, because you may discover that there's something with regards to crypto and blockchain and things like that. So hello, Tawana.
Hello, my dear.
Anything else before I do the presentation?
I say let's get in because I do have a hard stop tonight at 7, so I may drop off quietly if you guys are still talking.
Okay, then. Well, let me just hop right into what the 10K Project is. Here we go. So with the 10K Project, our primary thing that we do is we invest in Black businesses. So we do that through something called equity crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is when a bunch of people get together in order to put money into a project, a business, something like that. And we know the most popular crowdfunding is GoFundMe, right? But there's something called equity crowdfunding out there where we are able to invest money as a group into a business in exchange for equity or shares or partial ownership in that business. And that is what we do. Equity crowdfunding for like us as regular non-rich people, they call us unaccredited investors. became legal through the Jobs Act of 2012, and it allows for businesses to raise up to $5 million. The businesses are able to raise that money in order to hire people, in order to do marketing, in order to grow. We've had businesses come on that were already revenue producing. We've had businesses that were startups. We've had businesses in all sorts of industries. And the way that the 10K Project does equity crowdfunding is, number one, the entrepreneurs will work with something called a crowdfunding portal. These portals are governed by the SEC and FINRA, so there is government regulation with regards to the investments that we're doing. And then every week, we feature a Black founder to come and do something called a Bet on Black pitch. Think Shark Tank is the easiest way that I can explain it, but it's so much more than that, because the founder, they present their business to us and their investment opportunity. And then we, as the audience, get to ask that person questions. Tawana doesn't leave until the questions are all asked and answered. And then you as an individual gets to review that information, review their business plan, research the company. And if you like that company, you want to add it to your investment portfolio, you're able to do that, because investments are done on an individual basis, meaning that you have the ability to select which companies you invest in and which ones you choose not to. If the company makes it big, then the crowd of investors get to share in the profits. And if not, the investors only lose what they have put into the company. So the 10K Project got its name because we believe if 10,000 of us come together, we each put in $100 into a business, that's $1 million. Instead of trying to beg the banks and the VCs to fund us, we can start funding our own businesses. We can profit from our own innovation. We can create jobs in the community, and we can work together to build Black wealth. We also have a bigger ecosystem here. So let's say that we as investors get together, we help raise money for that entrepreneur. They're usually looking to do two major things within that business. Number one is to do some sort of marketing. And the number two is to hire people, whether they're hiring full-time people, part-time people, contract labor. It would be a shame if the community of investors helped to fund that business and then that money was funneled out of the community in order to do the hiring. So the third group of people we bring together are experts that can help these businesses grow. Now, who's an expert? Everyone on here is an expert. You're an expert at something, whether you know graphic design, you're a plumber, you know how to do social media marketing, whatever it is, you're an HR person like Tawana, whatever it is that you know how to do, we are encouraging you to become an expert, help these entrepreneurs grow, join our expert directory. Some entrepreneurs and some of our investors may just contact you with a couple of questions in order to get your help. And then others may need long-term contracts or to hire people as well. So when all three of us work together, we get to circulate the Black dollar longer in the community, and all of us can be lifted together because we can all work together to build Black wealth. And with this, Tawana, I'm going to toss it over to you.
Wonderful. All right. So as you can see, we've got some price increases happening. We've been talking about it for the last few weeks. Starting on May 1st, we will have some increases. So currently our gold membership is a one-time $100 fee. For anyone who is currently a gold member, you will not experience any changes. You've already paid your one-time fee. You will not have to pay again to be a gold member. That membership is solidified, okay? For anyone who wants to become a gold member, you're not already a member, but you're interested, you've been thinking about it, now is the time to do so, because as of May 1st, we will be going to a subscription model which is a recurring fee structure. So instead of having a one-time fee, we will have a $30 a month recurring fee. If you want to pay for the year up front, you get a little bit of a discount. You'll have to pay $300 for the year. So that saves you $60, right? Because typically $30 a month times 12 would be $360 for the year. But if you pay up front for the year, you only have to pay $300. All right. That gets you access to the Bet on Black pitches, all of the wealth building webinars, replays, as well as anything going forward. Also gets you access to the expert directory that Cherie just talked about. If you are currently a platinum member, you would have paid $347 one time. Again, you will not have to pay anything else because you got in early, right? And so current platinum members, again, solidified. For anyone who is currently a gold member thinking about the platinum membership, now is the time for you to get it. If you get it now, if you're a gold member and you get the platinum now, you'll only pay the difference between the $100 and the $347. That's $247, right? If you buy it now, you don't have to use it now. So I know I had a couple of people reach out after we talked about this last week and said, I'm interested, but there's some things I have to do first before I'm ready for the financial planning, because that's what the platinum package gives you extra. And what I told those two people were, then I'd advise you to buy the platinum upgrade now and just not execute it until you're ready, because they weren't going to be ready for it until September, because a couple of things they want to do to their credit first. And so what will happen is once you upgrade, Freeman Capital will reach out to you, right, and start that process. But you can let them know that you're not ready to actually start the work until whatever date. For one person, it was September. For another person, it was August. And so that was the advice I gave those two members. But you want to upgrade now, because if you don't upgrade before 5/1, you will have to pay $597. Okay, because that is how much the platinum package will cost after May 1st. So these are the new prices. We've been telling you a price increase was coming. We've been telling you it was going to recurring. These are the new prices. We'll be talking about it often until 5/1. We'll be sending emails, telling you guys about it. For those of you who are members in the mailing list, for those who are just on our mailing list and not members, we'll be emailing you. We'll be creating infographics and putting it in the Facebook group. We don't want anyone to miss the opportunity to pay the one-time fee. But it is changing on May 1st. All right. You want to add anything to that, Cherie?
No, I'm sorry. I was calling our final panelists. So,
okay.
But I'm sure that you had everything. Just, I don't know if you mentioned this, pardon me if you're repeating it. Our goal is to make sure you're getting 10x the value of your monthly membership. Now, my suggestion is to go with the one time before it switches over. But even after the switching over, our goal is to make sure you get 10 times the value with the information and the quality guests that we are bringing on for the members only events that we're having. So,
yeah. And for those of you who are members now, we believe we do that today for you.
Yes.
And for anyone who is not yet a member, reach out to the members, engage in the Facebook group and ask the question, is this worth it? And see what responses you get. Don't just listen to Cherie or I, right? Listen to the people who have been with us. We took our first member, was it May of 2020? I think it was. So almost 2 years now since we had our first paid member. It would be nice to ask those people what they believe. Do they believe this one-time $100 or the $347 they paid to get the financial planning was worth it to them? Many of them are right here in the chat. I see names that I've seen for the last 2 years. So, don't take our word for it. Please, talk to some of the other members.
Yes. So the10kproject.com if you want to become a member or learn more. And then the final thing is members only upcoming events. On tomorrow night, there's always a Bet on Black pitch. The Bet on Black pitch tomorrow night is open to the public. So I have sent the emails. I've also set up the text message to go out tomorrow night. So you're able to forward the Zoom link to family and friends that want to get a sneak peek into the Bet on Black pitch.
And I just want to talk just briefly about that. So, we always get, our members are very protective of the space here. Members always say, well, why are you letting somebody else get a peek? And, well, we want them to be able to benefit from it. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know whichever one you want to use, we live in a society where sometimes people need to see what they're missing to understand the value of it, right? And so that's the intent tomorrow, is for you guys to welcome people, for us to invite our people who are in our Facebook group but haven't yet joined officially, to be able to see the Bet on Black pitches. And we want them to be able to see what they've been missing, right? All of us who are members and get to see them every week, we know the value they bring. We know how important it is to be able to ask questions firsthand and see the presentation versus just going to a campaign link, right? And so we want to be able to show others the value that we're bringing to these Black founders. So that's the reason we're doing this. It will not be an every time thing. They're just getting a sneak peek. We've got a special kind of presentation for tomorrow that they will have a peek at. All right.
Wednesday, we are hosting a Buying Your First Home, where we're going to talk with a few people about some of the down payment assistance programs that are out there, as well as the process of buying your first home. Next Tuesday, the top 7 tax mistakes people make when buying real estate. So if you're thinking of buying real estate, you already own real estate, you want to come for that. Then on May 4th, if you're ready to start a business, get your first 10 clients, and that is going to be open. And then on Tuesday, May 10th, we do have dividend stock investing coming up as well. So you should have received earlier today all of those with the Zoom links. So those are members only, members only. The only thing that's not members only is the Bet on Black pitch tomorrow night. Now, somebody did ask the question of, are these recurring or one time?
So
the $100,
go ahead.
The $100 right now for the gold membership is one time. Starting on May 1st, it's a recurring price of $30 a month or $300 a year. Yeah. If you are a member up to April 30th, you will be grandfathered in, meaning that you will not be charged again. We're going to honor that one-time price. If you wait until May 1st, you will have to go recurring. And Tawana and I don't have a way to change that system. So our suggestion is sign up tonight if you can. The Platinum membership is going to continue being a one-time payment. And the Platinum, I guess I should have rewritten this. The Platinum membership really is the 6 months of financial planning. So thank you. I now realize what the confusion is. So I will change this. I apologize for this. The Platinum is really just the 6 months of financial planning, and that's going to go from $347 right now, which is a one-time payment, to $597, which will just be the 6 months of financial planning. Okay. So I'll figure out an easier way to make that delineation. I apologize.
I think maybe just calling it the add-on. So,
yes.
So today we treat the Platinum membership as a collective membership, right? Going forward, it really is just the add-on of the financial planning services. So for someone on May 15th, someone that wants to get the 6 months of financial planning and they want to pay monthly, they would pay $30 a month for 12 months, and then they would pay one payment of $597. So on that first checkout in the new system, because it is a new payment platform we're using, it would be $597 and $30, whatever that adds up to.
Yes.
$597 plus 30. $627 is what the checkout would be for someone joining brand new on, May 15th. Okay.
Okay, well, I don't see any other questions here in Zoom here. So we're going to start our session. Let me just check YouTube, sorry, and Facebook. Hello, Charles in YouTube. Everybody in YouTube, don't forget to thumbs up the video. Talisha, thank you so much. She's in Facebook here. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Good, want to be sure about that. Excuse me. Okay, perfect. So let us welcome our guest for this evening. Did I exit? Okay.
Oh, no, you're here.
Okay, we're good. Okay, so can I get my panelists to come up, please, while we introduce you here? My first panelist is Natasha. Is Natasha up? Ah, she is up. Hi. Natasha is one of our members, and she is launching a blockchain education company. She was a chef who became unemployed and has now tapped into her love of blockchain as a new career path. Natasha is an example of exactly what we are teaching at the 10K Project. She is turning her talent into profit. She has upskilled herself into an industry that has tremendous potential for wealth building. Everybody put an exclamation point in for Natasha. Hello.
Hi.
So in a few minutes, just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and, your journey, where you are now, and where you're going.
Oh, okay. So, hi, my name is Natasha Rivera. And like Sherry and Tawana said, I am a member of the 10K project. I've been a member for some time and I just absolutely love it. So, I've been a chef for about 19 years. And I love being a chef. It's fun. But my son one day came to me and told me a little bit about cryptocurrency. Mm-hmm. And he was in 9th grade. And I really, he's a kid. I really didn't listen to what he had to say. So, but then again, some years passed by. In 2019, I heard about cryptocurrency again. Mm-hmm. So I decided to take a look at it and research about it. And it made sense to me what it is and what it could do. So since I was working my regular job, I was researching at the same time about cryptocurrency, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's very exciting. It's a way for people who look like me, be in the Black community or the brown community, whichever community you are, that could grow and build wealth, potential wealth somewhere down the line as time goes by. So like Cherie said, I got unemployed. And it's like, I wasn't shocked that I got unemployed. I was, because what was going on in the world, I know at some point in time, the type of jobs that I have as being a chef, as like, people say it's like a low income type of work. And I remember Cherie and Tawana always said at the 10K project that jobs like mine, being a chef, could pretty much be the ones going first, because it has robots that could do
you
my
remember
job.
The robots? Yes, I'm glad that somebody remembered that.
Yeah. And I have seen some robots also doing jobs like what I can do. So, but I didn't really like panic about it. I just know that I taught myself a skill where that is blockchain and cryptocurrency. And instead of going back to my regular job, I have my lovely mentor, Tawana, suggested something to me. And, you take information when information is provided to you. And I decided to create my own business because I do have knowledge and about cryptocurrency and blockchain. I'm not an expert. And if you ever met anyone in this space and say they're an expert, watch out.
Agreed.
Nobody's an expert.
It's just one shade of, which shade of green are you in this? It's yes.
Right.
So can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How did you get the confidence to actually switch from cooking to blockchain? Because there's maybe some people here who feel like I could never do that.
Yeah. So in cryptocurrency, when you first heard about it, is really, really scary, right? And the type of job that I do as a chef, I mean, switching from that to something completely different. I have no background in that. I am not tech savvy, and certain parts of blockchain and cryptocurrency, you don't have to be tech savvy. You don't have to know how to code. I just decided to take a leap of faith within myself and believe in myself. And I'm surrounded by great family and friends that support what it is I believe in. So I just took a leap of faith and decided to go down and see what it's all about.
And Natasha was already educating her family and her friend circle, right? So when she and I talked, she was already consulting, right? Yes. She was doing it within her network, right? And wanted to expand that. And so it was a perfect evolution for her to start talking to the rest of her community now, right? Because now she has learned all of the things that they need to know to get started in the space. I think Natasha is a great testament to you don't have to be a consultant to consult, right? You don't have to work for a consulting firm for 20 years to now move into another area and be a consultant. She was already doing it, right? And so we have to pay attention to the things that we do regularly and put the right tagline on it, right? We are educating family and friends every single day because we trust them, they trust us. Now we have to trust ourselves to expand that circle.
Yes, definitely.
I think that one of the best ways to learn something is to teach it. Because if you have to teach it, if you have to explain it to other people, then you automatically do all the research. We tend to over research so that we can be prepared for a lot of different questions. And then next thing you know, we know more than 90% of people. So the fact that you started with your family, some of you need to start with a YouTube channel or an Instagram channel or a TikTok channel, just putting out I used to do business plan tips of the day, and little stuff like that. I'm just kind of giving people ideas here, but little stuff like that can really improve your confidence and improve your knowledge as well. So I'm super proud of you. Final question for you is actually we have two questions. I'm sorry here. Tell us a little bit about your blockchain education company. What are you doing in the space?
Okay, so my blockchain educational company is, my link tree is at the bottom. You could actually click on that. It will show you where to go. So I created a program from starting point A to Z, to say that if you don't know what blockchain is, if you don't know what cryptocurrency is, you can start there. And then within that program, it teaches you how to get started, the things you need to know, how to protect yourself with cryptocurrency, how to set up your wallet, something called a wallet, which you will learn about. There are many different kinds, how to use the exchanges, how to invest in different cryptocurrencies. And not all cryptocurrencies are created equally. There's a lot of them out there, and some are, really bad,
not worth
out
it.
There. It's not worth it. So the course is designed for a beginner, or if you haven't heard about crypto, or if you heard about crypto and you don't know where to start, I designed that course for you as a beginner to start from there. So once you click on the link tree, it will take you to my website, and the website will give you a little bit more information about where to go with this education program that I've created. And it's pretty much self-explanatory. You can click on anywhere on the website. It will take you to my calendar, and you just book an appointment with me. I have group appointments, and I also have one-on-one appointments. And the one-on-one appointments are for people who setting up their wallet or something like that, for an example. because you need to sit with somebody to work with them one-on-one base, because certain information are private that nobody should ever get a hold of.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I designed the course for group and for people who are individuals.
Great. Final question from Anonymous. What was the first step that you took to learn about blockchain?
I did a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of research. And in this, when you're learning about blockchain and crypto, you could go down like a rabbit hole. It's more information and more information and more information, and it's forever changing. So that's why I started there. And based upon what I learned, I felt confident enough to teach my family and friends and the community to let them get started. Because, like I said, people who look like us are usually the last ones in knowing information. And we missed out sometimes on a lot of good information, like in the .com days, I guess. Era. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. .com era. So whereas blockchain and cryptocurrency is like pretty much new to say, we have more of a chance of getting in there early and educating ourselves. And you could do so much in this space and learn so much that you could create a whole job for yourself in this space. Is a wonderful space. I just love it. It's just great.
Great, fantastic. Well, we're going to bring up our second guest, Myra Robinson. Myra is teaming up with other local businesses to teach financial literacy and cryptocurrency to people in her community, which is the Bronx. She is here to talk about all of the things that she is doing.
What's up?
And don't forget to unmute yourself, Myra. Welcome.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing well, doing welcome. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you ended up here being somebody who is a crypto, kind of call you a crypto pioneer here.
Oh man. Overstatement. I'm glad that I'm a part of the movement. I'm not a crypto pioneer. I partner with them though. I partnered with Bronx Crypto, and we spoke about financial literacy, how to get into the blockchain, and I'm in the process of setting up my wallet. I might have to hit up the previous host to get that finished. But I got into it basically by wanting to teach accounting, and I realized from a very young age that I wanted to retire. My first job, I was a cashier, and alongside of me at 16, there were 70 and 80-year-old people working as cashiers. So I was wondering, okay, like, how can I not end up like them? And then when I got to college, found out Social Security was going to run out by the time I retired. So I really had to take my retirement into my own hands. And just recently, I came up with the acronym for my name, which is Make Your Retirement Attainable. So now Myra has a whole thing that I have to live by. And I want to retire as soon as possible and help who I can.
Girl, you should trademark that.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. Oh, good. Look, we're good for you. Go ahead.
So with that journey, fast forward to graduating, and I got a job that I learned some plays as far as how to run a business, but they weren't going to fast track my retirement. So I had a 401k from a retail job, and I got my Roth IRA, and I started learning about the life insurance. It's coming along. But what I realized, and something that I've been running away from as an accountant, is the path to wealth and freedom is written in the tax code. Mm-hmm. Make your retirement attainable. Retirement. So, sorry, I was responding to somebody in the chat. Yeah, it's written in the tax code. I'm sorry. It's written in the tax code. And so the better I understand the tax code, the better we understand the tax code, the easier it will be for you to retire, because the most expensive way to make money in America is to have a job. So you can have all the retirement plans, you can invest, but if your main source of income is through a W-2 job, then you're going to get taxed at the highest rate. It starts off at about 10% plus base, and it goes up to as high as 40% based on your income. And that's for active income. When you're talking about passive income, it diminishes from 0 up to 15 for your first 40,000, and then it stays at 15 up until you make about $430,000, about there. So $430,000 a year isn't bad at 15% versus me getting that same amount taxed at 40% if I was to earn that from a company. So the fastest way to retirement is for you to have a business, a successful, sustainable business. And in order to have a successful, sustainable business, you need a good accountant. So for me, my contribution to society is to provide good accounting services for the community so that we can have sustainable businesses and retire as soon as possible.
I love it. Go ahead, Tawana.
Love it. First of all, I love this community, okay? I could not say that enough. I love this. This is why I love the member highlights, right? You guys are doing so many amazing things, and you need to be celebrated. The same way we celebrate the entrepreneur raising money via equity crowdfunding, you all need to be celebrated as well. Congratulations, to you and Natasha. This is wonderful. I love that you're thinking about your future. I love that you're going to encourage other young people to think about their future early, right? I wish there was a Myra when I was 20, right? I wish I would have been introduced to you 32 years ago, right? My life would have been completely different. So hats off to you, sis. In awe of you.
Yes, love it. Love it. So, how many of you are familiar with, most of us are familiar with STEM, right? Science, technology, engineering, and math. Well, I've also heard of STEAM. STEAM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. But I was listening to a podcast the other day, and a woman said she is pushing science, technology, engineering, accounting / tax, and math for us to get into. Now,
what's that word? What's that spell?
Well, accounting / tax. I think the T is silent, for the tax. But as somebody who almost majored in accounting, I think that this is so important for us to encourage our young people to get into accounting, to understand accounting. I know, Myra, you said that the highest taxed thing to be is an employee, which I agree. However, the IRS right now is hiring like 50,000 people, and you get to work from home, some outrageous amount of people, right? My mother used to work for the IRS back in the day. Now she's a bookkeeper. Well, look, I will share this as a career path to any young person. Get an accounting degree, go work at the IRS for 5 years, learn the ins and outs of how they audit, things like that, 5-10 years, and then come to the private sector and help people get out of their tax issues. You will make a lot of money. So, game. I've been wanting to put that into like a little Black Money Daily segment with regards to that. But Myra, tell us a little bit more about crypto and taxes, because that's a huge thing that a lot of people are concerned about. 20% of Black people actually are investing in crypto. Now, I worry that we're investing in a lot of coins that maybe, we don't know enough about. However, we seem to be in the game. So tell us a little bit about crypto and accounting, and anything with regards to some of the things that people should know or should think about with regards to that.
Okay, as far as crypto goes, Not my service, not my level of expertise at all.
Okay, that's fine. Actually, we have Najah coming up, so she may know a couple of things as well. But go ahead. Or just tell us anything. You had mentioned that you're also educating on crypto. Is that your partner? Your partnership group that's doing it?
Yeah, so, well, we have Wisehood Organization, which is a community outreach group, and
Okay.
Bronx are the crypto people. We also have someone on our team called Friend Crypto, I'll call him. He's in the NFT space. I can tell you a little bit about the different types of crypto that is out there. I know that there's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the first big known crypto, but it has a limited amount that can be produced. So it's eventually going to run out. So crypto, as far as Bitcoin is concerned, it's more like gold. And then you have Ethereum. Ethereum is used commonly to trade NFTs and buy NFTs. And NFTs are this digital piece of, it can be artwork, but it also can be data. And you can buy and sell that in the crypto space. So I know that much about.
Good.
As far as
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Passive income, it's not going to be the same way as earned income. I know it will be taxed less. I just don't know the exact number.
Okay. Well, the government is looking at your crypto purchases. So with that, we're going to bring Najah up here to talk about all of that and so much more. Najah Roberts. Hello, Najah.
Hi.
Hi. Najah Roberts is here. She is another pioneer in blockchain and crypto space. She owns a retail location in California and a second one, right, in Chicago, Najah?
No, we don't have a second location.
You don't have the second one yet. Okay, so she owns a location in California. She trains people across the nation with regards to crypto. She's opening 41 locations for her Bitcoin bank, and she is doing a 41 city tour to introduce people to crypto. It's called the Digital Revolution Tour. That is going to be educating the community and giving away Bitcoin. So everybody, welcome Najah Roberts. Hi.
Hello, 10K Project. Thank you very, very much. I tell you, you two are the greatest consistency people in the world. So I just have to say my hat's off to you all. So basically, I mean, the ladies are doing some phenomenal work in their neighborhoods and communities. And my hat goes off to them for that work. And again, Tawana, I'm like you. Where was a Myra 30 years ago?
I know.
Like that's absolutely incredible. And again, my hat is off to both of them. So just basically, simply put, I am on a mission to educate our community in any way, shape, form, or fashion possible. I just believe that you have to meet people where they are. And so hence the reason I'm going on this tour across 42 cities in 45 days, really just educating people in the hood. I am building Silicon Hoods beyond the education, but just all the things that we're doing. And so what we did in 2021 is we took our crypto blockchain plug, which is our brick and mortar cryptocurrency exchange, which we now have in the city of Inglewood. And we went from a for-profit to a nonprofit for the crypto blockchain plug. And we did this so that we could educate our community the ways that we need to educate our communities, and be able to use other dollars to get the things that we need to get as far as educating our community. But on the other hand, we filed a for-profit corporation called the Bitcoin Bank. Now, it took us 16 months to get the Bitcoin Bank approved because anything that bears the name bank in the United States has to be under the federally chartered mandate. And we're not federally chartered, and we don't plan on being federally chartered because we have nothing to do with the federal system. And so as a result, last September, October, we finally won with the Federal Reserve banking system where they have to allow us to be called the Bitcoin Bank. So that's why we hadn't really been announcing it until we got the name. So we got the name, and now we're doing the trademark with the whole building Silicon Hoods thing, which all that was waiting to be done collectively because you can't technically or successfully, trademark a thing that tells people what you are. It's kind of weird the way it's set up. But we could do the building Silicon Hoods, which is trademark under Bitcoin Bank, like all together. So that's why we've waited so long to do that. We had to get the okay to use the word first. But anyways, what those locations will be doing. And I can show a quick little presentation if that'll help. Just kind of cut to the chase. It'll only take me maybe 5 minutes if you all just bear with me. Not even 5 minutes. I can really do this quickly. I'll just do this quick and we'll get the gist of what's going on. So this is our new logo. And this is our how we had to do the trademark, like all of them are together. Nice. So this is our expansion plan. And you ladies can see that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So really quickly, the digital revolution is here. What we are focusing on is the 65 million unbanked and underbanked in the United States, which is a $300 billion market. We are currently the only brick and mortar cryptocurrency exchanges in the United States that are black or brown owned. Our ownership for this community will be in the crypto, NFT, and metaverse spaces. Again, we're building Silicon Hoods, and we have white glove service for our community because that's what they deserve. Really quickly, inside of each one of these locations, we will have the over-the-counter exchange, but we will also have black market services, which is the black market are all of our black coins, like Guap coin, Vibranium, Fam coin. All those coins will be the only other coins we carry other than Bitcoin on purpose, intentionally. We'll have the black market. And then we're going to do white glove for different companies because right now, currently, we freely do customer service for all these other companies because they don't have anybody that people can go to. So we're going to have a central hub where there's a representative for each one of these companies so that people don't have to keep going back and forth with this email campaign that happens when something happens on the platform. But we're going to offer Bitcoin loans in a good way, Bitcoin IRAs for people that want to be involved that way, which I'm not an advocate for, but if somebody's going to do it, it needs to be somebody safe in our community. So we're going to do micro lending, build-in tokenization. We're going to have personal vaults because, as you know, some people do not like to ascribe to what we say, to whom much is given, much is required. There are some of our folks that do not want to self-custody ever, but we need to make sure that they're safe and not on these platforms. So we're going to have personal vaults, business vaults, and then we're going to have concierge services, which is what we're already doing. We're going to have in each one of these locations a metaverse experience room because of the fact we understand that some of the equipment that people need for a real great metaverse experience is about $1,500. We're going to have a room where people can go in and they can actually rent that space and that headset and whatever for a certain amount of time. It's going to be very inexpensive for our community. We're also going to have an NFT display room and museum inside of there. And then we're going to have a section for our nonprofit tenants that are going to be bringing education, more of what we already do, which is Bitcoin mining kitchen, and the crypto blockchain plug, which I now told you is a nonprofit, and then Crypto Kids Camp will be in every city. We're seeking funding, and we won't go into that, but we just have the different locations. So we're going everywhere from Inglewood to Phoenix, Dallas, Texas, and Houston. We got Mound Bayou, Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, and Alabama. We're going to a few states, and we're going to Georgia, Orlando, Tampa, North Carolina, Charlotte, Washington, just some of the cities that you all know well. I don't know
And
what
you've
happened.
already, it looks like you've already identified the properties that you're interested in also, the space.
And I don't know what just happened with it just shut
You're
down.
still screen sharing, so
I
don't
know.
put, anything you
It
don't,
just shut down on
anything you don't want us to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So I didn't see all the states, but is New York on your slides at
Yeah.
all?
We're doing Brooklyn, and we've already identified the buildings. And we've already identified all the real estate agents that are working with us in those cities. And so our goal initially was to open the locations, and then decentralized autonomous organizations, of course, came on the scene a little more stronger in 2020, 2021 really hitting the scene. And so because this has been in play and we've been working on this for probably the last 2.5 years, we're looking at a model by which each one of the buildings will be tokenized, but they'll be owned by the people in the community and not anybody else. And they're all in opportunity zones, and we're ready to roll. I'm just waiting for the last little finishing touches from our business plan coordinator who's doing that. And then we're going to be pitching to as many people as we can pitch to get this thing up and running, because we need some funds.
Have you reached out to Charles McCutcheon?
I have not. Never even heard the name before. You said Charles?
Ooh, you missed out. So 2-3 weeks ago, if y'all were here for Charles McCutcheon, put it in the chat so we can let Miss Najah Roberts know. You have to hear this man. He is from Virginia Beach. He is like this opportunity zone guy. He also is raising $50 million for housing development. I think it's 50 million or something like that. But he knows a lot of people and things like that. He was really good. And he gave his number. He said, anybody that wants to talk with him about raising money in opportunity zones, let him know. So definitely I'll write a note here to do an introduction to the two of you.
You know, and I definitely appreciate that. I would love to talk with him. The challenge that I've had is everybody loves what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But to be quite honest, everybody loves it and wants an equity share. And I want this to be for the community.
Mm-hmm.
I want the community to have the equity share. So what I'm asking is that they loan the money for us to get this done. Let us pay you back whatever you want us to pay you back with interest, you know, the interest, and then allow us no prepayment penalties and to walk away from the project so that the community can own this and not the investors, because the investors are always making money off people's great ideas and things like that. But I really want our community to do it. So there's been monies that people have like, oh my God, we'll get you this bond and we'll get you this. We'll give you $200 million, but we want equity share. And I've literally walked away from probably about 5 or 6 people that were offering that type of money that didn't look like us, but they want an equity share in this. And so I'm looking for somebody that just says, hey, just pay us our money back plus interest, and be as you were. That's what we want.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I love that. So let me ask you a question about the staffing of this, because as I'm looking on my screen and I see Miss Natasha, right, who's in New York, and you know, you got a location that's going to be in her community. How is the business going to be run? How's the location going to be run?
So pretty much the same as it is here. You're going to have a COO, you have a receptionist, you have somebody at the OTC desk, you have somebody that's dealing with the Kraken, the Binance, the whatever. They'll deal with those wallets and those exchanges exclusively. They'll have a hand into those companies so we can get answers quickly for those clients. So it'll be run with approximately 19 staff members. Social media, everything will be independent of that location. So we're just picking up what we got here and just moving it across the US. And so, and you know, that's pretty much, so there's anything that you can think of, we definitely need people to handle those things. We need staff that's going to learn how to deal with the mining kitchen, because the mining kitchen has actual mining machines in it. And we've tried to find locations that are 5,000 square feet or better. So we have a place for an event center. We do events here in this location, but we can't hold more than 200 people. But that's very lucrative. It actually pays all the bills, when it's done properly throughout the month and some. So we just want to make sure we have those things all the way across the U.S.
I don't know how you do the black clapping hands in the chat, but listen. Wow.
So I want to go back to how did you learn about crypto? Like, a lot of people are intimidated by, just getting their feet wet, etc. How did you get the confidence in it? How did you learn about it?
So I learned by paying tuition. So when I first got started, by the time I found the organization that we all came from together, I had probably lost. We lost. I'm gonna say close to probably about 50 or 60 Bitcoin. The first time, we lost some more Bitcoin on Mt. Gox. I just hated the whole ethos of Bitcoin until I saw you all. And then I was like, wow, they look like me and they're going to tell me the truth. So we got involved in as we did. And thank goodness for that, as someone said, because we wouldn't be here talking to each other had they not come up with whatever they did. But we paid our tuition. So I was hell bent on not getting taken advantage of after that 1, 2, 3 times that I lost just because I didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. And so as a financial advisor who's always pretty much been in control of my finances and everybody else's finance, when I'm losing something, I'm like, oh no, this ain't going down again. So what I decided to do after our whole little thing, actually, I had made a decision. I heard Natasha say going down the rabbit hole, or somebody said going down the rabbit hole. I went down the rabbit hole that weekend, and I never forget that 3-day weekend. Do you remember, Jerome?
I remember the 3-day weekend. Yep.
3-day weekend. I woke up on Monday morning and told my husband, I am not going back into financial services. And he was like, what? Like, we had our own contracts with Transamerica, National Life, all the big, you name it. And we had contracts like direct, high paying contracts, which means renewals and trails. And he was like, are you crazy? And I'm like, no, I've got to learn this Bitcoin thing. And I need to know it for myself. And I'm going to tell you what Jerome said on that call that made me open my eyes. Here it was, we were listening to them and they were selling us this package. And I don't know if y'all was knowing, he was hustling and moving. And I think Boyce don't talk to me today because of this comment, but this guy was moving and shaking. And I was like, if you're going to find somebody to talk to us, find somebody that I don't feel like I'm being hustled, right? I text that to Boyce. But anyway, so he probably don't speak to me today because of that. But anyway, he said, why he's trying to sell us that, he said, I think I got a Bitcoin or two somewhere. I can't find the passwords. And I'm thinking, how in the heck is he selling us this? Now, I needed this really bad, but how is he selling us this? And he don't know if he got a password or a Bitcoin or two. And I'm saying at that point, somebody selling something to us, at least they got 50 or 100 Bitcoin. Like he's talking about 1 or 2. So I was like, this is brand new. We got this. I got to learn it this time. The third time is a charm. So from that weekend forward, never went back to traditional financial services. And I went down a rabbit hole, and I'm not going to say for broke, because thank God we were in insurance. So we got renewals and trails, which still today, I get renewals and trails from life insurance policies that we put in place way back 10 years ago. They're still paying today. That's why there's so much resistance, ladies and gentlemen, for this space. with the financial advisors because they don't get paid renewals and trails. So this is totally out of their wheelhouse. They want to get renewals and trails, which is why they're going to try to sell you on all kinds of IRAs and get involved in this fund and get involved in this fund and get exposure to Bitcoin, but not Bitcoin because they still get paid. That's how we made a living. But anyway, so I really buckled down, took our regular financial services office, which is here, and just totally renovated it because what I could see was Bitcoin and crypto was clean. It was elegant, but it was simple. And it wasn't that old, when you come, it's like a difference now going to a old tax preparer's office like we used to, the old furniture and I just wanted it to be new and vibrant for our community. And so I just dug in on everything I could to try to be comparable to what I was seeing in these other neighborhoods and learning from them, sitting at their feet. So I don't know if you all recognize, but almost everywhere I go, I've got on either stretch pants, Chuck Taylors, and a t-shirt. I do that on purpose because the entire time I was learning crypto, I was sitting with people that did not look like me, who have holes in the bottom of their shoes, holes in their underwear, pants, shirts, look like they just rolled out of bed, but they got $6 or $7 million. And I started getting it real quick. Don't come up in here with your nails done and your suit on and your whatever. Allow yourself to be dressed down so you fit into that. I don't even know what type, but it benefited me to become one of the don't care. I drive right now today. I drive a VW Bug. That says, why buy Bitcoin? Just like some crazy stuff those folks would do over there. And people looking at me like, what? But
in our community, now this doesn't work on me, but in our community, if you don't have Flash, people assume that you're not successful.
Exactly.
So how do you, especially because you're building Silicon Hood being in it, right? How do you really, balance that though?
Continue to be me and explain to them why I dress the way I dress. So even when I take the stage where they are just decked out, and I've been in some of the poshest Black cigar community.
Oh, I've been there.
Across the United States, and Najah Roberts shows up just like this. And they looking like, and by the time I get finished, they're like, oh, because it ain't what you got on, it's what you actually have in your wallet. Now, I'm not telling them I got a bunch in my wallet, but just really being me and explaining what this thing is about. That's how you're used to thinking, which is why a lot of us live pillar to post, which is why a lot of us drive our Range Rovers up to an apartment and park. Which is why half of us are living up on the freeways with Jordans on, because we have not, and I do that right to them and make sure, so if they like me or not, it's not my concern. Just understand the message and don't beat up the messenger because it's happening. And we got to get a realist, we got to take another approach. One of the things, and I'll say this really quickly, because they're starting to bring bling into this for Black folks. So just watch what's happening. Ledger. And it wasn't Nicki Minaj. It was one of those other girls that I absolutely don't know who they are and don't really want to because of what they talk about. But they had her on a commercial and everybody think it was the best thing since sliced bread. They had her on a Ledger commercial where she blinged out her ledger. She was getting off an airplane. And you know what I'm talking about?
Well, no, but real crypto people do not want anybody to know they own crypto.
But they're getting us in the mindset to come.
But they're getting us in the mindset, which is why I'm nervous that so many of us, for once, we're over indexed in an asset class. But I'm like, oh goodness, I hope we don't make some rookie mistakes because people are going to get rich off of us.
Yeah, they're going to get rich off of us having a blinged up ledger, but nothing in the ledger.
But nothing in it. Yeah, exactly. or one Satoshi.
Well, yeah, exactly. And so those are the things that, we got to really educate.
Wayne is saying Cardi B. Please don't tell me it was Cardi B.
Was it? Okay, I don't even know.
If it was Cardi B, that is like,
No, I think it was another girl. I don't know if it was
Okay.
Cardi B, but it was
All right.
Ledger. But anyway, and then us just really being discreet, and how I'm trying to educate people is just letting them know we got to be stealth-like. This is a
Yes.
stealth-like thing. When they look up, they need to try to figure out how in the world we did this, and
Yes.
not broadcasting what we're doing so they can do what they have traditionally done, which is cut us down at the knee before we can get ourselves going. And so that's the other thing. So that's it for me. And like I said, I applaud the ladies. If there's anything I can ever do to assist, let me know. Love to collaborate with everybody, and hoping that we can get, not hoping, we're doing this.
Well, mhm.
So we're doing this, and I think that you all have a fantastic platform. And I am knowing that one day we'll be able to give back to you all what you have put in, because we will have increased and elevated our communities. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So
Oh, tax question.
yes, the tax question, yes. So I know that you know some of the things with regards to the taxes.
Right. So it's almost too late, but today is the last day for your tax extension if you needed one. But whatever you do, the biggest thing is making sure that if you were gifted crypto, if you have any, if you traded, bought, sold, not sold, sold, anything that you've marked yes on your tax return. They may not, because they don't have the manpower right now, audit you. But if you check yes, they have 3 years to audit you. If you check no, they have an indefinite amount of time to come back and ding you for not listing that on your taxes. So it is smarter now to check yes than to not check anything, because you'll pay for it later, because they are ramping up 800, I believe it's $800 million worth of new agents to come in and tackle the cryptocurrency thing, because they need those tax dollars. Taxable events, if you buy cryptocurrency and trade it into any other asset in a year's period of time, you are getting dinged for ordinary income. After that is capital gains. Depending on the state you're in, certain things make a difference, but that's why we are suggesting to our community to buy and hold whatever it is, unless you are, doing it. I say price over purpose. There's only one coin that's for price. Everything else, in my opinion, is for purpose, because at the end of the day, none of those other assets are going to matter. And we know, because we started in 2017, how many coins we purchased as coinaholics that are no longer there today.
No longer, yeah.
And then the ones that are there today that we still, and some of us still, I don't have access to a lot of the coins that I bought in 2017, because they're now on platforms that are not able to be traded or utilized in the United States. And so I have to pay a service every single month to keep track of the APIs on all the 40 cryptocurrency exchanges that I got through the platform we were dealing with. And I was hard-headed, because I know everything about crypto, right? Sister said, there is no expert. She's absolutely right. But because I thought I knew what I knew, I thought I could get around, still trading on the regular Binance, still trading on some of these other platforms that said we no longer accept United States residents, because I thought I was smarter than the average bear. My cryptocurrencies are caught over there. And until I move out of the country, I have no access to them, but they're still sitting there. God forbid they go out of business, my crypto goes too. But right now they're sitting on those exchanges until I move out of town and get an address. Just so many things you need to know if you're just gonna be a coinaholic. If you're gonna be a coinaholic, get ready for a massive tax burden. I will tell you that, because we paid our tuition there too, on trading in and out of these coins, because every time you move it is a taxable event, period, regardless. But if you buy and hold and you don't sell, which I don't ever intend to sell, and I talked about that today on my radio station, like you don't sell Big Mama's house, you don't sell Big Mama's Bitcoin. I got Big Mama's Bitcoin, they better not sell it. So we're teaching people how to take advantage of and leverage the property that they have because they consider Bitcoin property. So you leverage real estate, you can leverage Bitcoin. You don't ever have to sell. If you run into hard situations, don't be like a Lamar Wilson that spent $800 on a transmission. And at the time he did $800, I believe his Bitcoin was at 50 cents a Bitcoin or something ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
He spent $800 on a transmission. Don't be like a Dr. Shalair who bought a Mercedes Benz with her Bitcoin back in the day because he didn't know any better. Don't be a Najah Roberts who bought a juicer from Bed Bath & Beyond because they started accepting Bitcoin. Like, you will regret it because Bitcoin has not reached its full potential. So I just will share that and I'll be quiet. And if you have any other questions, but taxable events are real, so be careful.
They are. So Wayne is asking, please have tonight's speakers back to teach Crypto 101 for us. Well, Wayne, last week, Najah came in and did a special members only session. It is in the Knowledge Center. So you can go and check the Knowledge Center for Najah's replay. I also sent it out by email on Thursday as well. So if you were a member, it was members only. Najah broke down so much about crypto. So, all righty then. Natasha, let's hear from you. Final words.
Hi. I need to get in contact with Najah. I do have her number. But I'm happy to be here, happy to be part of this community. If you guys are interested in learning more about what I offer as an educator, you can go to my Linktree. That's linktr.ee, my first and last name. And I could get you started in learning about what you need to know and the things you need to do. So I'm grateful to be here, glad to be part of this community. And I thank you, Sherry and Tawana, also for having me here.
You are,
and I'm also in the 10K project registration book that we have, the Knowledge Center.
Oh, the Knowledge Center. You're in the expert directory. Oh, that's a great thing to know. So Natasha is in the expert directory, everybody. So if you're looking for her and you can't find her information here, just go into the Knowledge Center, go into the expert directory. Najah, okay. Wade is asking, are you open for a community booking you to come and speak? Wade is in Texas. So Wade wants to invite you to Texas to come and speak. And you're on mute.
Yes, Wade, I will be in Texas. I'll be in Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, and on the go for Texas, Galveston. I'll be there in June on my tour.
Fantastic. I'll let you answer your phone.
No, I cut it off, sorry.
Okay. Any final words for the family before we go?
Yes, if you all are available, depends on, it doesn't matter where you are in the United States, except for a few states, but we will definitely be coming to a hood near you in the next 45 days. We start our tour in less than 45 days coming across the United States. So if anyone is interested in coming out, and even for those that are on stage, Myra and Natasha, you actually can come and speak if you like. We have the DFR, I'll put it in the chat, but you can come and speak and talk to your community. That's the link, the DFR tour. Just kind of get with me and my staff and we'll put you on to speak in your cities. And we're expecting probably about 1,000 people in every city. We're giving out Bitcoin to those that get registered. Thank you, Cherie.
You're welcome. I'm gonna be looking for some VIP seating or something, Najah.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
All in my favor.
We'll do that. So yeah, just get with us, and I would love to have you come speak because everybody don't have to always hear from me. we need to be working together in our communities to get this word out. Because once we leave the city, then they'll have you there to, continue education and do some other things. So please reach out. And anybody, they have to be registered to get free Bitcoin. So friends and family can get free Bitcoin, but they have to be registered. And that's about it. And we definitely need some VIP seating. I'm gonna write that down because we're gonna have to figure that out for y'all.
Yeah, you're gonna have to figure it out for a girl. All right, Myra. Any final
Thank you
words
so
for the
much.
family?
I wanna thank that panelist for inviting us to speak out. Thank you so much. It's dope. But love to, I was just asking if you would come out and speak for one of our events, but absolutely.
Yeah,
Final words. I'll definitely be reaching out to your team. Thank you again for the opportunity. Final words to the woman. Final words to the women. I would say keep pushing. Just whatever you love, do it because you're on the right path. That's what I would say. And thank you guys, 10K Project, for having me out here. Oh, sorry. I was a little nervous. Yeah, I just started this journey, so this is really dope. All you guys are really dope. And I'm just grateful that you guys are doing this. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're more than welcome. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to all of our panelists. Tomorrow evening, Bet on Black Pitch is open to the public. So if you are not a member, you get a sneak peek. If you are a member, invite a family member or friend who is on the fence to come and see what we are doing behind the curtains. So with that, God bless everyone. Have a great evening and see you tomorrow.